fearing Skynet, Darth Vader was corrupting our children? How do you know Marvel's out of good ideas? They resurrect Gwen Stacy? Colin Farrell will have to eat fish on someone else's dime. SMG chooses her own replacement? All this and more on Cutting Edge Hero Live. Welcome to Cutting Edge Hero! I am the Nerd King, Danny Stewart, your host for this episode of Cutting Edge Hero, joined today by my incredible co-hosts, the beautiful, the sexy, the leggy, his hips don't lie, the Landon Felter. Landon, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine.
Landon, glad you are here. And the one and only, the original queen of nerddom, Jennifer Johnson. Jen, how we doing today?
I'm doing fabulous, Danny. Thank you.
It's fabulous to have you here. We also have our technical director, Randy, the man in the chair, pushing the buttons and double clicking all the things. Randy, how you doing?
Doing good.
Doing good. Our human relations specialist and fact checker extraordinaire, Ben Stewart, should be in the comments. And then exciting announcement for Cutting Edge Hero. We recently acquired a new member to the team. The most attractive man who has ever lived, Eric Johnson, has joined our team as our producer. So I am relinquishing some control of the show. I am putting that in the able and intelligent and perfectly sized hands of Eric Johnson, and we're glad to have him on the team. Eric, say hi to all the folks in the chat. He is in the chat right now. Ken Pachi is also in the chat. He said, Excelsior Hero fans. What is up, Ken Pachi? Glad you are here. Eric said, thanks, Boo. You're welcome, Boo. But anyway, before we move along into all of the nitty gritty of the show, let's talk about the nerdiest thing we've done this week. Landon, you want to start us off?
Okay, so this is not just me talking about the nerdiest thing I've done this week. This is also a call-out post for one Mr. Danny Stewart. All right? This man has transgressed against me in a heinous and awful way. Okay? Last week, he sends me a fucking text message out of nowhere saying, hey, what's your Venmo? And I'm like, why do you want to know my Venmo? And he's like, that's in between me and your account. I'm like, all right, I'll play around. And what does this motherfucker do? What the fuck does he do? He sends me $50 for Oblivion. Straight up, sends me money for Oblivion. Fuck you, Danny. Also, I've been playing Oblivion.
How dare you?
I know, I'm the worst.
You're so awful. Oh my God.
Yeah, I was rewatching the show from last week because I do my homework. You know, it's like
Sure.
rewatching your basketball games to see where you can improve. Every week I sit through the show and see where I could be better. And Landon was like, I just moved, but I really want to get Oblivion, and it just hasn't happened yet, but it will. I'm really excited, but I've been playing Skyrim in the meantime, and I was like, I'm gonna send this fucker $50. And boy, was he not appreciative.
Thank you, Danny.
You're welcome.
But also,
buddy.
fuck you.
But anyway, how has that been?
Oblivion has been great. Haven't had too much time to play it. You know, I work a full-time job now.
Yeah.
But what I have been able to play, it's a lot of fun. It really is just like classic Oblivion with a new Unreal Engine skin on it. It's great.
Thanks. That's exciting. You know, one of these days I'll get around to. I'll scrape together the money to buy it for myself.
Jeez.
I sent you my last $50, so I've been walking to work, which has been great. No, I'm just kidding. I'm all good. Jen, what is the nerdiest thing you've done this week?
Actually, I went and hung out with Kaylee again, Black Mac on the No Gimmicks podcast. We've been doing this is the second Monday where I sat down with him and we watched some wrestling.
Yeah, and are you getting into it? Is it becoming your new thing?
I am enjoying it. I really am. I can't tell you. I mean, wasn't a wrestling fan. Wasn't any reason for it. Just wasn't something I dived into. So he asked me one day. He's like, "Hey, do you want to watch a wrestling video?" And I just want to record how you react. And I was like, "You just want me to watch it and react?" He's like, "Yeah." So okay. So
Yeah.
this time we watched what was it? Cody and Dustin
Oh
Rhodes. Yeah. The AEW fight. And
Mhm.
I just could not get over how much blood was pouring off this poor man's face. I was like, get him a band-aid or something. It was stressing me out. But
I'm an Attitude Era diehard, and I always will be. And I think the best period for wrestling in all of history was when ECW was its own thing before the WWE bought it. And
yeah.
they had some of the best wrestlers in
Mhm.
all of the promotions, so the WCW, WWE, and ECW stars, and they would just bring them in. So like Mick Foley was wrestling in WWE at the time, but he was also wrestling in ECW along with Terry Funk. And ECW was fucking crazy. Like they were stabbing people in the head with screwdrivers in the middle of matches. Like Sabu broke his neck. Rest in peace, Sabu. He recently passed away. But he broke his neck in the middle of a match. He wrapped it with fucking medical tape and finished the match. Like the craziest fucking shit you've ever seen. Like a ring just filled with like 6 layers of tables and somebody falling out of the rafters onto it. Just nuts. Like Rey Mysterio Jr. had some of his craziest matches in there. Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, I can talk about wrestling all day. I won't. But Chris Jericho, like the best period for Chris Jericho, hands down, all of his time in wrestling was when he was in ECW. Taz, Bam Bam Bigelow, man. You're talking about somebody that was almost retired from wrestling and came back and wrestled as a hardcore wrestler and just fucking tore it up. But anyway, I think that was the best period for wrestling, but I think I'm a lifelong wrestling fan. Nightmare, Chris Lovelady from Nightmares and Nerdscape said Steve Austin, Mick Foley. Yes, they both wrestled into ECW as well. Rob Van Dam comes from there. Like, there's just Sandman, who ended up. Sandman was this like crazy motherfucker who showed up with a kendo stick and would just beat the shit out of everybody, and he'd like wrap people in barbed wire and just beat on them and stuff. And then when ECW got bought by WWE, he went to WCW, and WCW was trying to be hardcore, but they weren't going to be real hardcore because they were on TNT, which is a like mostly religious channel. And so they used like rubber tipped barbed wire in his barbed wire matches, and it was really fucking obvious. And people were like, this is one of the most hardcore wrestlers of all time, and he's doing this shit just to get a paycheck. It was so sad whenever ECW got bought out by WWE. Moving along, though, I hope that you do not find the bottom of this rabbit hole, Jen, because wrestling is it's great.
Yeah, that's fun to watch. Yeah.
And Randy, what's your nerdiest thing you've done this week?
That was all complete gibberish to me because I've never been into wrestling. It was like you're speaking in a whole.
I go back to like when I was like 3 years old and I had a Hulk Hogan wrestling figure. Like I have been a fan of wrestling my entire life.
I've had friends who are like big into wrestling, but it's never been one that I've like been drawn into. I should, because I mean, like, it should be right up my alley, but I haven't. But what I have been doing this week that's been nerdy is RuneScape. So I got to talk my own language. One of my friends who's actually in the chat.
That's kind of like Oblivion, right?
Yeah, kind of. If it was grindier and worse. But one of my friends is in the chat. It's the wrong name. That's his wife. But Skylar.
Yes, so Skylar Bewley, the owner of Screen Print Invasion. I ordered some really nice Cape Events hats from him. And he has been working on that. He said that's the nerdiest thing he's done this week.
And he's the son of a bitch who got me into RuneScape.
Yeah.
Back into RuneScape. But yeah, I've been playing that. I am like 750,000 away from 99 thieving. I'll hold for applause from the chat. Yes, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's one of the
Pop off,
grindiest
King.
games ever. It's fun if you're good at it, and I'm bad at it, so it's just grinding levels and then not doing the like in-game content. But yeah, that's what I've been doing because I accidentally bought a year whenever Leagues, which is like a whole different play style, were out. I accidentally bought a year instead of like 3 months like I meant to.
Oh shit.
So I have time to play it. So I was like, I'll throw myself into the vortex.
Yeah. Well, RuneScape was needing somebody to dump some more money into it.
Oh, there's so many people that put so much money into it.
Justin Quick in the chat said, "Hey Danny, what is up, Justin? Glad you are in the chat. Glad you are here." Chris Lovelady said, "I think my nerdiest thing this week was approving the proof for a new hat design. Can't wait to see that, buddy." And then Eric Johnson, let me pick my jaw up off the floor, said the nerdiest thing he did this week was geeking out with CJ on Nightmares and Nerdscapes. Yes, they did an episode going over Vampire Hunter D, and it was really good. I didn't get to, I tried to get in for the whole episode, but I was leaving play practice and then came home to do something else. And so I only got a few minutes in the show, but I promise I'll be a better fan in the future. Don't kick me off the channel. The nerdiest thing I have done this week is consume an unhealthy amount of anime, like an unhealthy amount. Like it's there's something wrong with me. I watched all of the Heaven Feel movies for Fate Stay Night. I watched all of To Be Hero X. Those are the first 6 episodes of that are out. I just caught up on a new anime series called Black Summoner. I just burned through 2 seasons of Blue Exorcist, trying to remind myself what the series is about so I can catch up on the new stuff. I watched about 72 episodes of One Piece, trying to get caught up on that. I've picked up a couple other new series that I started and then couldn't kind of stay in them. I couldn't hang with them, but I might turn around and go back to them. My little sister Rebecca is in the chat. She said nerdiest thing for me this week was spending a whole Saturday hopping between bookstores and buying 9 books to add to my to be read. Jesus Christ, what books? I would like to know. Becca, and what are we cracking into there?
I know. I'm gonna know.
Yeah, I need to know what this list is. Feel free to list them all in the chat. In the interim, you guys want to talk about some news?
Always.
How about you fire those bullet points at me? Apparently the issue is I'm too good at segues, and Randy doesn't realize we're segueing. I'll do this.
Well, I'm bad at like
Randy.
I'm bad at realizing when we're wrapping.
You guys want to talk about some news?
An air horn. Eric Johnson says, if you watch One Piece at 2x speed, does it still count as finishing the series? That's the correct way to watch it. Like, you think I don't know if you're joking, but I'm not. That is the correct way to watch it.
Eric says we need a segue button. We'll put that in the able hands of our show producer.
Don't give me another button that I have to press.
Randy does need more buttons to press. We could make this easier and get one of those like quick action button panels for you. I'm not going to, but we could. But anyway, so I will kick us off with news as soon as I find my notes. Hold on, everyone. Calm down. I'm a professional.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
So we're going to talk about comics news first. So over in comics, Gwenpool #1, which is dropping today, from writer Kevin Scott and artist Stefano Nessi, sees the return of the original Gwen Stacy, who has been dead since the 80s, I think, and to date is the only comic character to have stayed dead after she was dead and buried. Like, there's been alternate reality versions of her that have showed up. The other Gwenpool being one of them. She has come from different timelines, but never the original Gwen that Peter buried after breaking her neck. If you'll put that image back up, I apologize. But in Gwenpool #1, we have the all-new, all-deadly Gwenpool. She is an anti-hero character. She has been put through the Weapon X program, and her powers are a hybrid of both Wolverine and Deadpool's. healing factors, as well as the fourth wall breaking that Deadpool is known for. But she is not a joke character like Deadpool. She is a hardcore villain. She is evil as can be, and her first task was to kill Spider-Man, Deadpool, and Gwenpool right out the gate. And she is so serious about it. But I don't know, man. I always thought like Gwen Stacy was the one character's death they were never going to touch. I thought that was like a written rule for Marvel. And now this seems like a random ass fucking way to do it. Like, I don't know.
Dude, she's ripped. Look at that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm scared.
Honestly, I expect this to be some sort of rug pull where it's like, oh, you think it's the original Gwen Stacy, but it's actually not. We duped you, the reader, as well as everyone else in the comics universe.
I imagine there's some sort of conceit going around it, but it just like, you know, for a long time, there were 3 characters that did not return from the dead. Like Superman died and came back like not even a year later. You know, it's just like super. After that, it became super common. Characters die and come back, die and come back, die and come back. And there's a revolving door on the death and resurrections in comics. You can go ahead and take the image down now, Randy. Sorry. But there were 3 characters they never touched, and that was Bucky Barnes, Jason Todd, and Gwen Stacy. And with this issue coming out today, that is officially broken. There is not a single comics character that has not died and been resurrected in the history of comics.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe it'll end up being Mary Jane again.
Is that she's in her Venom suit?
Yeah, no, it's
being
just a mask,
Okay, because she's currently Venom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, they got 2 of the 3 really good so far. I mean,
it's true.
Bucky Barnes coming back, really fucking awesome. We all know that. Jason Todd coming back, really fucking awesome. We all know that. Maybe, just maybe, they could pull a hat trick.
It would be the craziest shit. Out of the 3, she's the only one that was liked prior to her death. Bucky Barnes and Jason Todd were both hated characters before they died, and Gwen was not.
That is the pattern. Goddamn, you're right.
Yeah.
And then like the breaking the fourth wall but not being a joke character seems weird.
Well, yes, I agree.
I don't know how that's going to work, because I mean, I don't know what the point is besides like, is she just going to threaten you? Be like, I'm going to jump to the next. Yeah, I'm going to jump to the next panel and murder the reader.
I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. But moving along, Jen, what do you have in anime news?
Ooh, I got some anime news. All right. So we were actually talking about this before we started the show. So Chinese anime is gaining some popularity. According to several news sources I was reading online, they have a web novel that they're going to be making into a show. It's called The Lord of Mysteries. So this is about, it's going to be their new big hit. Is a dark fantasy novel set in a Victorian era. It's where a modern-day Chinese man finds himself in the body of a Victorian-era mystic after a suicide of strange and mysterious circumstances. So in this world, ancient cults and supernatural beings give this kind of like a Lovecraft and like steampunk vibe to it.
It kind of looks like Black Butler, just by the art, but I mean, I'm judging a book by its cover there.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're banking on this to be their next big hit, and yeah,
I mean, I'll check it out.
Yeah, the description sounded really cool, so I was like, "Ooh, I'll probably check this out."
Yeah, as you mentioned, we were talking about this prior to the show, kicking the show off, and we were talking about Supercube and solo leveling and just this like Taiwanese and Chinese push to make into the anime world, and how incredible it's been. They're really knocking it out of the park.
They really are. Like the Chinese and like the Koreans are really like stepping it up, and I'm like not upset at all. I'm like, give me the anime.
I'm gonna run through this list because Becca posted it. Zodiac Academy Book 1, Inkblood's Sister Scribe, The Ministry of Time, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, spoiler alert, Fangirl, Scattered Showers, The Spell Shop, and This Will Be Fun. Zodiac Academy is the only one on that list that I have heard of.
Yeah, that's the only one I know too.
I've heard of Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, but I know nothing about it. At one point I might have, but I think the Ministry of Time sounds fun.
CJ, Chris Lovelady nailed it in the fucking comments. He's right. Uncle Ben is now the only mainline comic character that has stayed dead.
Been back in like I don't know if it's a what if, or he's been alive in other timelines, but yeah, in like the main continuity, I think he's the only one.
Kenpachi's throwing down older ones to look for are Hattori no Shida. I'm currently watching that. And King's Avatar. I haven't seen that yet, but Hattori no Shida is really good. There's no dub of it though. It is all, which is fine. It's all sub, which is why I'm not going through it as fast as I am everything else.
All right.
What else you got in anime news?
All right, so the other one I chose this especially for Randy. Pokemon fans can stand in ovation as 3 of the most popular seasons will be returning to Netflix. Starting June 1st, the 6th generation of the anime Pokemon XY, Kalos Quest, and XYZ will be available for streaming yet again. So if you are feeling like you're jonesing for some Pokemon, it's coming back. Get your fill on it.
Not me personally, but I could see Landon and Randy doing that.
Yeah.
I have not watched the Pokemon anime since I was real young.
Well, that's where nostalgia comes from.
Yeah, I know. But I haven't seen XY, so I don't know if will trigger my nostalgia or not.
Yeah, that's valid. That's really valid.
I mean, it has some of the best Pokemon on here. You got Honedge, and
Are you going to list every Pokemon?
No, I just said he was one of the best Pokemon. And
Chespin.
I see.
What's the panda one?
Mothra.
Panchin, I think is his name. I don't know if I've ever said it out loud.
Wobbuffet.
Big Dick B.
Yeah. It's not a dick. It's a stinger.
Wait, where's the big
Carl?
Pokemon is that?
That's Pikachu, but everybody knows Pikachu.
That's Jeff. Get out of here. But yeah, I probably won't, but you know who would? My son Damien. He would binge all of that. He's a freaking nut for Pokemon shit. Just like all the other 21-year-olds.
Pokemon Concierge, where it's like a stop motion animation, I think it's like more like slice of life, where they're just at a hotel, like hanging out, as far as I know. But it's apparently supposed to be like fun, and the animation looks neat.
Interesting. All right, moving along to television. The Penguin, the series starring Colin Farrell in a fat suit, one of the best TV series I've ever seen. Not even comic book adaptation, but one of the best TV series I've ever seen. Has officially been submitted for the category of Outstanding Limited Series for the Emmys, according to Deadline. And based on what they're saying, once you're submitted to that category, that pretty much ensures that the series will not be receiving a season 2. So Penguin is basically done. Like that's there won't be another season of Penguin. The Matt Reeves universe Batman stories.
Yeah.
I never watched it, and I still don't. I watched the Batman, but I still don't believe that that's him in a fat suit. I've watched like time lapse of them putting makeup.
Good.
I don't believe it's him.
It's really good.
I can't believe it because the makeup is like bananas.
I think he was talking. I'm sorry, Landon. He was talking about how awful it was to go through all that makeup. Maybe that was gearing that. Like he's sick of doing that crap.
I mean, if he wins an Oscar for it, I'm sure he won't be so upset about it. But they don't give Oscars to TV series, do they? There's only movies.
It's Emmys.
Yeah, Emmys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think I agree with Eric Johnson. Ended on a high note. Like it would have to change dramatically to what the next movie would be in the Batman series line, and honestly, like waiting around and hoping that the movie gives you enough to make another season is just not good. It's not a good way to make a television series, and it's not a good way to make a movie. To try to bank it in a way to make another good season television.
Yeah, I mean, it like I said, yeah, you're right. It really doesn't need to be touched. And the ending of it, where Oswald is in the full like penguin costume with the tails and the top hat and everything, I don't know how the next season could have looked because it wouldn't be gritty and street level. He's, rich and working his way towards being the comic accurate Penguin from there. So yeah, I would say maybe reserving it for the next the Batman sequel.
As soon as he does like a wah,
Wah,
then
wah, wah.
then it's kind of like can't be gritty anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Landon, what do you have in video game news?
Oh, all right. 2 main stories for us today. First is a funny one. AI Darth Vader was recently added to Fortnite. It is essentially a chatbot for Darth Vader that will speak back to you in Darth Vader's voice if you ask him questions or say anything near him. And it went absolutely batshit insane in Fortnite. It started swearing at people. One of the only video clips of it is him swearing at a streamer because the streamer was like asking him questions about like fruit and dropping F-bombs in the questions. So the AI wanted to like mirror back so it would drop F-bombs as well.
Oh.
And reportedly, this is alleged from other users. We don't have video evidence of this as far as I'm aware. I have not seen it. He also started hurling slurs, said that the Spanish language is a language for criminals and smugglers.
Was he on True Social? Jesus Christ.
What?
And allegedly also made a tier list of the races. So it went absolutely fucking insane. As one might expect from an AI chatbot in a video game.
This is what I was wondering. Is it using James Earl Jones's voice?
It is using James Earl Jones's voice. He signed off to have it to have AI use his voice.
Gotcha.
Mac is in the chat. Mac said, "What's up, gang? What is up, brother? Glad you are here." Yeah, I was wondering about that. Do you think whenever James Earl Jones signed over the rights to his voice to Disney so they could AI generate new phrases for Darth Vader, that he even considered that this was something that would happen?
It was probably in the contract. He was probably like, you can use my voice, but only if you make a tier list of all the races.
I do imagine Disney has an airtight like fucking seal on that contract being like, in the off chance that your AI voice says something you do not agree with, tough tits, you know?
I'm telling you right now, there are artists who are up in arms about this idea of like signing over your likeness rights and being used in movies past your death. If I got famous and was in movies, I'm signing them over in a heartbeat. I want to show up forever and continue acting past my death, and this thing come full circle and they resurrect me with technology. Like I want to like have my full, I'll take my brain and put it in a supercomputer. Baron's or not Baron Zemo. Terrible reference. But
Zemo.
Yeah, not Zemo. But somebody will correct me. Somebody knows what I'm getting at here. Anyway, but I'd be down for it. I'd be absolutely like pay my estate for the rest of time and just keep using me. I'm all about that.
No one's ever going to sound like
for
him.
whenever his AI voice also makes tier list of races.
Yeah, I mean you can't hold it against me. It wasn't me. It was an AI, right?
So, yeah.
But
that's well, like an AI going haywire and being racist is the least surprising thing about AI, I think.
Especially given the environment that the internet currently is. Like Jesus Christ. I got on Facebook and looked at a news story today, and I was like scrolling through the comments, and I was like, I gotta get off of here. Like I'm getting dumber by the second reading what these idiots are saying.
Yes. It went as well as everyone thought it would. That's the best thing I could say about it.
I would say like, well, because wasn't there like an AI generated stream where it was like a Seinfeld episode that just went on forever, and it also got really racy and like homophobic, and they had to take it down. And then like they had a AI on Twitter that was like gonna chat back with everybody, and it like took like 2 hours, and it was saying horrific things.
Oh, I'm not
pretty sure it's
familiar
like
with this.
I remember the Twitter one. That was back when it was still called Twitter. It took like 2 hours of people before it started like agreeing with Hitler shit and stuff like that. The Seinfeld one, I've heard of that. I did not know it went that crazy though.
I think it did. I know there was a reason that they had to like stop it.
Nightmares and Nerdscape said they could do a Back to the Future movie with Michael J. Fox's likeness, but he'd have to move at 120 frames per second. And then immediately felt bad about that. And he said that was mean. I thought it was funny.
I
feel like Michael J. Fox would have laughed at that.
Yeah.
I'll do a little edit on that joke. Should have been 88 frames per second.
Landon, 88.8.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Okay, so apparently an artist that was contracted by Bungie to work on their new game Marathon had stolen assets from another artist. The real artist goes by the name Anti-Real Online. This artist was contracted on back in like 2020. Their art was submitted in 2020, and nobody really just like double checked it. And Bungie had set up several days of streams to announce Marathon and show gameplay footage and everything else. But after the first stream, people realized that the art was stolen. Bungie immediately started scrubbing the game for all this stolen art, actually sent out an apology to the artist, proceeded to get into contact with them to see if there's any way to, like, in their words, do right by the artist. And their second day of streams featured no gameplay footage or nothing as they try to go through this process.
At least they're trying to make it right. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I know they really should have done right from the very beginning, but I'll give them some credit and say they're trying to fix their mistakes, which in today's world, I'll give them brownie points.
The silver lining here? That is two human beings stealing art from each other and not one AI stealing art from everyone. So,
and in the end,
it's good and bad.
And what's the artist's name again?
Anti-Real.
Anti-Real. I would say at least that's like probably drawing eyes towards his work.
Yeah,
it's valid too.
There's that at least.
There's no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah,
unless your AI Darth Vader is throwing slurs at 10-year-old children, that may be a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That might be some bad publicity.
I saw a couple more stories that were. I saw a couple more stories that were talking about how morale at Bungie is currently down because of this. I didn't really follow them too much, but apparently it's kind of upsetting seeing what you've worked on and what you're excited to show off have to be shelved for a hot minute.
I figured morale would be down because their last several games sucked.
Anyway, that's it from me.
Thank you, Landon, for the game report. Finally, our last story is in movie news, and this features one of my favorite movies of all time. Not my favorite movie, but one of them. Yesterday, Sony dropped the 4K Steelbook for A Knight's Tale. So first off, the Steelbook's fucking great looking. But in every release, every home release of Knight's Tale since the DVD days, they have lost the coloring and they flatten the images in every version. So the VHS, the DVD, and the Blu-ray all have lower film quality because they, for whatever reason, didn't keep the color and I don't know what the term for not flattened film is, but they didn't keep that with their releases. This is the first release of A Knight's Tale since it was in theaters that will feature the original coloring and the original quality of the film, plus being updated to 4K, and all new audio featuring Dolby Atmos. The Steelbook dropped yesterday. It is available on Amazon, and it retails for $42 on Amazon if you want to bring this sucker home.
Interesting.
You guys fans of A Knight's Tale?
Oh yeah, of course.
I haven't watched it in forever, but it was one where
it holds up, dude. It absolutely holds up. I just watched it the other day. It was like just on something, and I was like, all right, cool, yeah, I'll watch it.
Because I remember, I think honestly, I knew the Mark Addy.
Yes.
What was his sitcom called?
It's the one where he was a dude from Chicago. Was it Grounded for Life?
Still Standing.
Still Standing.
I remember watching that, and then like that's more how I knew about this movie. Like he was the one person from the movie that I knew at the time, but then like all these other people are just
the cast for this movie
phenomenal.
was so stacked when it came out because you've got Heath Ledger, Mark Addy, Paul Bettany, who would go on to be Vision and Jarvis, and then Alan Tudyk, who we all know from like Jesus Christ, Danny,
the chicken in Moana.
Well, he is the chicken in Moana. Hey, the bad guy from Frozen, but also from Resident Alien and from why do I keep wanting to say Firefly? From Firefly, he has had such a career, an incredible career, but he does not look like Alan Tudyk in that movie, like at all. He's got spiky red hair that is like straight up, and he's the biggest dude out of the four guys in the thing. And Alan Tudyk is a small man. It's just like he's the muscle of the group, which is like I would never picture Alan Tudyk as the muscle in a friend group.
Right.
But there he is, and he plays Watt. He does a British accent. He doesn't really do British accents in a lot of the stuff that he does, and I wouldn't have been able to tell you that he wasn't a native of England. Whenever I saw the movie the first time, I wouldn't have been able to tell you that he's from like fucking Vermont or whatever,
Yeah, everybody's just naming people that he's in or things that he's in.
Steve the Pirate from Dodgeball. Hey, it's
He's
Steve the Pirate. He is in a lot.
K2SO, I think, is the pirate, or not the pirate, the pirate from Star Wars.
He's Optimus Prime.
K2SO.
Alan Tudyk recently took on the role of Optimus Prime.
Yeah. Someone said Transformers.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's in the Transformers movies, but he's or wait, isn't he? He plays like an officer or something in.
No, the live actions? I don't think he's in it. To be fair, I have blocked out most of the non-robot scenes from all of those movies. That the only thing I'm interested in is the giant robots hitting each other.
Dr. Firehands from Creature Commandos. What's his name? Dr. Radiation? I don't remember.
Isn't he
Phosphorus?
Isn't he the robot soldier too?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he's
GI Robo.
Yeah, GI Robo. Yeah. Anyway, so great movie.
Sonny from iRobot. Sorry.
I probably will not be pulling down the 4K Steelbook, and I will just wait till that quality hits streaming. But man, I love that movie.
I'll send you $50,
and it holds up. But anyway, that does it for the news. I hope these. You know what? I'm gonna back up and run at that again. I hope this news didn't just graze you. This has been the bullet points. Hear the shit I say to Randy while the transitions are going.
He hits
up on
me,
the
and he moves so fast to get back to his chair. It's crazy.
We got we didn't get, but so today, a video hit the internet. A young man hopped the fence where they are filming Avengers Doomsday. Got onto the set and took a video behind the scenes of what is going on Avengers Doomsday. So
who does that?
Good lad. Lad.
We've got confirmation of Shang-Chi scenes, which we knew that Simu was in the movie. There is he was on the set of a street in Madripoor, which the last time we saw Madripoor was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And I think that, but we all know, or at least I do, and Eric does, that Madripoor has long been a safe haven and a focus of stories for Wolverine. So there's a good chance that we are either getting the Power Broker back, the Sharon Carter character, or that we are going to see some stories with the Hugh Jackman Wolverine in Madripoor for Avengers Doomsday.
Or the Henry Cavill.
The Cavalrine. I don't think we're going to see the Cavalrine again.
Wolverine.
Not that I don't want to. I think he'd be a great replacement for the Hugh Jackman Wolverine. I mean, he's fucking huge, though. That's a big Wolverine. I mean, Hugh Jackman was too big for Wolverine when he was Wolverine, and
I mean, in
Cavill's
Deadpool
even
and
bigger.
Wolverine, they made Hugh Jackman like squirt for one of them, so they could make Henry Cavill squirt for a Wolverine.
I doubt we'll ever get a 5'2" comic accurate Wolverine in a movie. I don't think unless they decide to cast Tom Cruise as Wolverine, because that dude is tiny. Becca says, I want the Cavalry. You and me both, sister. You and me both. X-Men have a lot of activity in Madripoor. That is right, Eric. Kenpachi corrected. That was Sean Gunn. That was G.I. Robot. Nightmares of Nerdscape said, we saw a comic accurate Wolverine, though, and it was laughable at best. Yeah, but also Wolverine is like solid muscle, and the comic accurate Wolverine in Deadpool and Wolverine was not a very big man, like muscular wise. And he seemed a little shorter than comic accurate Wolverine would be. Anyway, that is neither here nor there. But this is the first leak, the first official leak from the set of Avengers Doomsday, and the first of many that isn't fucking AI, because there's been like several videos dropped of like Robert Downey Jr. in the Doctor Doom costume talking to people, and it's fully just a fucking AI video. But it looks very realistic. But what do you guys think about the leaks? And are you looking forward to more, or do you wish people would stay off the sets?
I'm all happy with leaks. I love them. I love seeing what's coming because honestly, I think it does a better job for showing and drumming up excitement than the actual trailers at this point.
Yeah.
Because we all know that the trailers show too much. We all know this. And like the leaks, they'll show like maybe one or two big things, but what we see is a lot more theorizing and guessing than what trailers tend to generate on their own.
Yeah.
And just from a sheer marketing standpoint, I think they're perfect and great.
Jen, what do you think?
I'm not a big fan of leaks. I just rather wait for the movie. I don't know. Like, I don't mind if like sometimes there's fans that like try to catch pictures of like the actors and stuff like leaving the set or going to the set before they've had their makeup and stuff done. Like that's enough for me. Like I'd rather just be surprised.
Yeah. And
I'm
Randy,
glad to see.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm glad to see CJ and Mac agree with me.
I agree with him because he says I don't watch a lot of trailers. I'd rather go in blind at this point because they always like spoil stuff in the trailers. And then, but the thing with leaks, like it's not like an official release, so a lot of times I don't even see it. Like I didn't see this stuff, so and like the official leaks do better than the official trailers. A lot of times because they spoil so much or they put things in that they didn't like change. So then, which I guess that's how they're trying to get around it. But you need to have like a really good trailer editor.
So here's the other issue that I have. I don't 100% trust that this isn't an official leak and that this isn't them getting people hyped by this behind the scenes guy walking around taking videos and shit. I mean, it went up and it came down almost immediately. And then after they came down, he posted another image that was a set map that showed the Void and Sentry's bedroom, and it has Sentry's mom's name on it. Like, and that was still up for a while. Like, if he's getting cease and desist, and he's about to get sued into oblivion, you know, that's awful fucking risky to go around and be like, you know what, here's some more stuff. So what do you think? Do you think we can trust it, or do you think that this is viral marketing? And this is the world we live in now.
I mean, they do so much like CG and like stuff on the volume, which like would be inside. What gave it away that it was Madripoor? Like
it literally said Madripoor Diner or something on it.
Oh, okay.
Like the name of the restaurant was like Madripoor.
Well, that could be
Feast or something.
literally anything, right? Like it could just be, it could be a Wakandan West restaurant that they're in that's just called Madripoor. Is like, oh, that's an Easter egg kind of thing. But like, yeah, I mean, like it could literally be anything. But sorry, backtracking to like the trailer thing. Says, imagine Brave New World if you didn't know that the Red Hulk was going to be in it. How big would that reveal have been? And then the thing about announcing RDJ, they dropped the ball by announcing it. Imagine how like cool that would have been in the or not. Whenever I went to go see Thor Ragnarok, when Hela catches like the Mjolnir and crushes it, I literally was like floored. I thought that was the coolest shit I've ever seen. And like I turned to my friend, I was like, that's fucking crazy, like in theaters. And he was just like, oh, it was in the trailer. And I was like,
yeah, it was
what?
in like every
I was
trailer.
like, that was in the that's crazy. Like I could understand her catching it, but then like crushing it, that should never have been revealed because that was such a cool moment.
Nightmares and Nerdscape said that the Madripoor Diner is the MCU Applebee's.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think? Do you think we can trust that this is an actual leak and not viral marketing, or do you think it is viral marketing?
I mean, if it's viral marketing, cool, awesome, super. I'm glad that they're doing a form of marketing that doesn't just spoil shit. That's
valid.
Super awesome. Like, good. You're doing a good job. You're doing marketing right.
Yeah. Jen?
I'm with Kempachi. He said money is more important to them than all y'all's feelings. It's true. They're probably just throwing snippets and little things out there to kind of hook people into things. So, yep.
Yeah. Well, something that isn't a leak and certainly isn't viral marketing is the occurrence of a one-hit wonder, which is what we're talking about today on the hit list. Gave Randy plenty of time to cue that one up.
That one I saw coming.
But yes, so today on the hit list, we are talking about one-hit wonders. The assignment was songs from bands that only got one hit and then kind of went away into the ether. I can't guarantee that everyone took it that way. But we will go ahead and kick off with Landon, I think. Yeah, with Landon. Landon, why don't you go ahead and give us your number? No, it's Jen's turn. Never mind. Jen, why don't you give us your number 5?
Okay, my
I'm gonna alternate my number 1 scream for you guys.
All right, so my number 5 is "Bad Touch" by the Bloodhound Gang. I don't remember them having really any other songs, maybe a couple, but that was their biggest one. I remember this came out in high school, and I think everybody knew all the words to this song at any random moment. Somebody would sing like one verse, and we'd all be like, "Sweat, baby, sweat."
Yeah,
we'd just go off. Yeah. Love that. That's a fun song.
I have a playlist that Katrina and I put together like on a road trip where we would just take turns and add a song, and it's on there like very early in it, and it was a Katrina ad. But Katrina. Yeah. So I have recently been listening to this one-hit wonder. Landon, what do you got for number 5?
My number 5. Oh, before that, Dan, did you just say that one-hit wonders were not the product of marketing?
I think what I was getting at is that the albums weren't marketed well enough, and so they only got one single off of them.
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough. Moving on. My number 5, it is Vanilla Ice's Ice Ice Baby.
Stop.
Not because I think it's that good, but because he only deserved that one hit.
Yeah.
He really did.
How? You know what? I'm going to stop you right now because I was like, oh, I'm in it for the bit. This would be funny. Ninja Rap
now he's mad.
From Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 is Vanilla Ice's biggest hit. Okay? Ice Ice Baby, that's for plebeians. That is for people who don't understand good music. Yeah. Ninjas, you better run it high. One of these days you might not slide. Yeah. Fucking Ninja Rap is his best song. Get out of here with your fucking Ice Ice Baby.
Well, this Ice Ice Baby isn't even his song, right?
It is his song. He just stole the opening notes from Under Pressure.
Yes. In fact, this is partly nostalgia talking, but my friend had his own like Russian roulette sort of thing with a playlist that was fucking Under Pressure 5 times, and then it was Ice Ice Baby once, and
Yeah.
it was a Russian roulette playlist where you just
That's
hit
funny.
shuffle and see what you got.
That's really funny.
Stop.
Now,
Collaborate
but
and
now doesn't
listen.
he have a
Ice is back
show
with a
on
brand new invention?
the HGTV network?
He did. I remember that he did.
He probably stole that one too.
Okay, Randy, what do you got for number 5?
If you will check the tape from last week, you said, I believe you said one-hit wonders, not one-hit wonders songs.
Yeah,
so-
no, I did not say one-hit wonder songs, Randy.
Okay, because my number 5 is Guillotine from Pokemon. It is one of
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
think,
need an
4
explanation here.
It's one of 4 moves that if it with low accuracy, but is a one-hit KO unless you have the ability Endure, then they will survive with 1 HP. But it will kill, or sorry, make them faint in one hit, like no matter what, if it lands. So that's my number 5.
Okay, what do we got in chat? I'm not even going to honor what you just said with like discussion,
That's fine.
unless Landon and Jen want to.
That's
No,
fine.
I mean,
Krabby will cry, but
it's your show. If you don't want to honor it,
I mean, if you guys want to talk
Fine,
about it,
right.
that's fine. I don't want to punish Randy too much. He's punished enough by sitting in a dark room with me for 2 hours.
I've already been picked on once today for Imagine Dragon takes. I'm afraid to pull any more music.
Yeah.
CJ Lovelady says "Blame It on the Rain" by Milli Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli.
Oh my
Fuck.
goodness.
Man, if only they weren't completely fake, then
I say, is
Right.
that the song she was going to sing on SNL? For sure. Wasn't it Milli Vanilli got in trouble for like she was going to lip sing?
yeah.
Musical guest.
Did you say she?
Milli Vanilli was
Oh.
2 models
Dudes.
who lip synced.
I don't know music.
It's not, okay, I'm gonna walk you through this. So in the early '90s, there was a band called Milli Vanilli, and they did have a series of a couple of songs, but the one big hit obviously
It was Ashley Simpson.
okay.
Did that on
Yeah, Ashley Simpson did get caught lip syncing
Okay.
on SNL. But Milli Vanilli, they presented that the 2 men that were the face of this act were the singers. And then it turned out they were lip syncing and 2 unattractive men were the singers.
Mm,
And so they just hired these models to show up on stage and put on the act.
okay.
And apparently America valued honesty more back then because people were so upset that it ruined these guys' careers.
Back then.
And I
Yeah.
feel like if that happened today, people would be like, oh, that's funny.
Neat.
Yeah.
Like
neat.
if someone was, for instance, writing someone's posts on True Social or X or something like that.
Like Smack My Bitch Up by the God, what is their name?
Prodigy.
The Prodigy. So Prodigy had 3 members in the band, right? And it was 2 guys that you would have assumed were the singers, but they were not singers. They were stage dancers. And the one guy who was really unassuming and didn't look like a crazy person did all the music and performed all of the songs while the 2 guys walked around the stage and danced. That was the Prodigy. No careers ruined there. They went on to moderate fame with their one hit. But anyway, what else we got in chat?
I'll argue my confusion on the SNL thing. I know most of my pop culture from cartoons, and they make a joke on Family Guy about Ashley Simpson doing the SNL thing. And then on Bob's Burgers, at one point, they're going to lip sing something. And Gene says, "We're going to Milli Vanilli this sucker." So I've just conflated those 2 in my head.
I need to stop you here
Mhm.
because, and I think Landon's hearing the same thing I'm hearing. It's lip sync, like syncing your mouth to the music.
I always say lip singing.
I hear it.
Yeah.
I hear it.
I'm going to
That's
Google
not
it.
the term.
It is lip sync. Also-
There's actually a
disagree?
show called Lip Sync.
English is a dynamic language. And
I was also-
Mac, ya boy, says "Tainted Love" by Soft Cell.
Okay, real quick. You're talking about cartoons, getting your culture from cartoons. Milli Vanilli appeared in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. All right? That's a cartoon.
That's true. I mean, Captain Lou Albano was teaching us about not doing drugs. Drugs are whack. Don't do them. What else we got in chat?
"Tainted Love" by Soft Cell.
We got. You said
that's
that
a
one. Is
good
there?
one.
Okay.
No, Tainted Love is a great song. My favorite version of Tainted Love is from the Coneheads movie when Dan Aykroyd sings it as the dad Conehead. Yeah. Sometimes I try, I have to run away. So good.
Yeah, when he's fighting that monster at the end. Yeah, that's the
Yes.
best.
You know, I gotta say, although they didn't use the melody, although "Tainted Love" was not an original song by Soft Cell, I do like how they popularized it with their cover of it, and also how they use the melody of it in their other song, "Where Did Our Love Go?"
That is, yes. That's like the way that they used the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star for the ABC song. Or the way that Celine Dion popularized "My Heart Will Go On" whenever it was originally a Meatloaf song. That's a fun fact. Moving along, my number 5. You guys want to hear it? So I'm going to say this before we do this. We're going to try to do music video, like short clips. But if the audio for the show just disappears because we did this, we're just going to keep rocking. So I apologize if I fuck the whole show up by doing this. But anyway.
We're offering YouTube, if you're listening, we're offering commentary.
Yeah. YouTube gods and AI, don't send racist slurs at me. But anyway, my number 5 is Space Hog, In the Meantime.
Yeah.
This song came out in the 90s, and it just is a fucking bop. Like, all 5 of mine are just fucking bops, so you're welcome. But this song gets stuck in my head. If it comes on the radio, I fucking jam to it. It's such a good song. And, you know, it's from very similar to my ECW rant earlier, the best period for music, I think. Jen, what do you have for your number 4?
My number 4, actually, kind of along that tune, some of my favorite songs is Semisonic, Closing Time. So this song, I actually, when I used to have a program that used to slice up audio, I had this play anytime I turned my computer off because I thought it was really witty of me.
Yeah.
But this guy actually wrote this song. So like his newborn child, like he was so excited about becoming a new dad that he wanted to write a song about it. And that's what the song's about. It's a song about his child being born. Yeah.
How is it a song about your child being born?
It's I'm trying to think of the lyrics. Just kind of going out into the world and everything. And it's like it's closing time. It's time for you to leave and like come out into the world. It's basically like it's not like all of it like not Danny. I read Chris's comment. And it's great. It's not about a mom's vagina.
That's exactly what I was thinking when you said it was about his kid being born. Now you want to know about a song written for when your child is born that just fucking changed the game. It's this one. That's a good song about your child having been born. Welcome to this place that show you everything. Oh, those lyrics touch me in a way.
Did the audio cut out for anybody else on that one? I don't know what song that is.
Anyway. Jen, great number 4. Landon, what do you have for number 4?
All right, so my number 4 is La Rue Bulletproof.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's such a
I
good
didn't
song.
know what song this was until you started singing,
Yeah, I
Jen.
was say I didn't know
That's
that.
a good
I was
song.
like, you guys are getting
This
too
time, baby.
too deep for me, but
I'll
I like the song a lot.
Bulletproof.
Now is that
We're
one
all
about
doing different
a mom's
words.
vagina?
No, just me. I was doing different words. That's on me. I always thought she said running first. It's bulletproof. That makes sense. That makes sense. It's the name of the song.
This
like
is,
it.
I heard this on Pitch Perfect was the first time that I heard this song, and I was like, oh, it's an actual song. Let me download it. And I was like, well, this shit rocks. It's a good song.
Chris is just destroying us in the chat.
Yes.
Thanks, Chris.
Shut up,
But
Chris.
yeah, great choice, Landon. That is a good song. That's a good ass song.
Yeah. At like age fucking 12 or whatever, when I had my Android tablet and $12 to my name, I bought like this and 3 other songs that, looking back on it, I was like, man, I would not listen to 2 of those songs now because they're kind of lame, but
That's okay. What are they? I want to know
dude,
now.
the
Tell
other
me,
one
tell me.
was, I think it was Grenade by Bruno Mars.
Oh my god.
And I don't remember the third one.
Look,
Now that
we
I think-
all go through phases where we're just looking for what our sound is, what we listen to. You know, every human being in their formative years really digs into music and what it means for them, and they internalize like these things are what I'm going to form a lot of my personality around, unless you're Randy.
I'm just getting fucking roasted over here. Can't hit my transitions. Have no taste in music, so I'm using Pokemon moves. Don't know the difference between lip singing and whatever you guys said it was.
Sinking.
I know.
Sinking.
That's what ships do.
Well, the best ships are friendships. Randy, what'd you have for number 4?
My number 4 is the image is a joke, but I do truly like this song by like the people who actually made it. It's
This is Veggie Tales, I swear to Christ.
no. It's from Sing 2. If it will go up there, it's could have been me, but that's just it's from like I Sing 2, and then I think I heard it on TikTok for the first time, but it's by the Struts.
Oh yeah,
They're like a British.
Yes.
I'm sure they probably
I know who
have
the
more
Struts are.
songs than just this one. This is the only one I know. You're spelling sink wrong. S-I-N-K.
No. He's right. That's the way.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like NSYNC.
I swear to God, Baby Shark is going to be his number 1. Oh my God,
I hope it's
No
the techno
spoilers,
one.
guys.
Christopher Lovelady just unloading on all of us. This is the content I show up for. What do we have in chat?
Hang on, let me wipe away my tears so I can read chat.
I'm so glad we have a peanut gallery to just make fun of us all.
It's
So
really
good.
good.
Just a Friend, Bismarcky.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah, it is.
You know that song, right?
I might if I heard it, but I
Yeah,
don't.
baby, you got what I need.
Okay, I think Imagine Dragons is a cover of that, right?
No,
Yeah, no,
no.
I'm joking.
They'll only have one song.
Take on Me by Aha.
That is my favorite on the record. My favorite song of all time is Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden. But my secret favorite song is Take on Me by Aha.
Yes.
That's it's like riding a moped. It's all fun and games till your friends see you. I love that song, but
I mean, that video that they did was just so different. It was amazing. Like that video
Yes.
just like changed it. It was awesome.
First time I ever saw it was from Family Guy. Again, no, I have no culture outside of what Family Guy, American Dad, and Bob's Burgers have shown me.
have you ever seen a literal video version? It is a band that takes classic or like popular songs, and then they re-record the audio and just narrate what's happening in the video, and it's really fucking funny. But in the part where they're like in the mirror and they're animated, he's like they start to do the pipe wrench fight, and he's like, somebody's about to get an ass full of pipe wrench. And then whenever he says the last time he says take on me, instead of saying take on me, he says pipe wrench fight. It's so fucking it's funny. They're very I'll put the link in the Discord, but very cracks me up. Anyway, what else we got in chat?
I think this is the number 4, tub thumping.
Oh yeah. I get knocked down, but I get up again.
I'll get up again. Really, Eric?
Takes a whiskey drink. He takes a lager drink. He takes a cider drink. Damn it. I got that messed up. Takes a whiskey drink. He takes a vodka drink. He takes a cider drink. He takes a lager drink. He sings songs that remind him of the good times. He sings the songs that remind him of the better times.
Oh, good no dough.
Is that all of chat?
I believe so for number 4.
All right. My number 4, and again, if the audio drops, I hope it doesn't, is Harvey Danger, Flagpole Sitta. This song I first heard on the Faculty soundtrack, the Invasion of the Body Snatchers movie starring Elijah Wood. Whenever he was coming back from being a kid actor and started to try to do more teen roles, and Josh Hartnett is in that. Some other people, Famke Janssen, who also is our original Jean Grey from the X-Men movie, as well. Salma Hayek. But that's one of those movies that like post like Columbine shooting and like 9/11, they just kind of went away quietly. They don't really show it anywhere. Nobody watches it because it's all about high schoolers visiting like revenge porn upon their teachers and bullies because they're aliens. So it's one of those that like Basketball Diaries that just kind of went away into the ether in a post Columbine world. But man, what a good movie. It was so good. Check it out if you get a chance. Jen, what did you have for your number 3?
Oh, my number 3 is Tag Team. Whoop, there it is.
Wait, do that one more time.
Whoop, I can't. I can't think of any other song that they did, and I remember that song was so popular.
Yeah, it was. Not only was it popular at one point, but then it was on every high school's sports playlist for like basketball, football, soccer, hockey, track and field, like every cheerleading, whatever. Like everybody was using it. It was like safe to use, And so like Born to Be Wild, it just ends up on everything.
Our school's go-to was Cotton Eye Joe, and I don't know why.
Really?
That's the quality education of my school.
Scott City.
Yep.
Hitting you with the Cotton Eye Joe.
I don't know why. It wouldn't be like the song we would go out to start.
I mean, they're asking the real questions. Where did he come from? Where did he go?
Is that a one-hit wonder?
Yes.
Good, because it's my number 1.
Honorable mention after you put up Whoop, there it is. No, what? Never mind. I'll wait till I hear everybody's list before I throw up an honorable mention, just in case I'm messing somebody else's list up. But anyway, Landon, what do you have for number 3?
My number 3 is actually Sex and Candy by Marcy Playground.
That's a good one.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So like
Sex and Candy here.
So I did like a bit of research for some of mine because sometimes, because for an example of Marcy Playground, you hear a song and then you hear like all their other stuff, and like you listen to an entire band's all their songs and everything, and then realize, oh wait, they were a one-hit wonder. Like the Billboard Top 50 is what I was basing it off of, like in the popular zeitgeist. Yeah. They get hit like one-hit wonder status. And I'm like, I didn't realize they were a one-hit wonder. Damn. Their other stuff's good too. Yeah. And I feel like I had to put Marcy Playground on here just for that fact alone. I'm like, damn, that's really the only, like, it's a great song. Don't get me wrong. But that's the only thing that really got that big. All right. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. Unfortunately, popular music and good music, rarely the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Randy, what do you got for number 3?
My number 3 is, I'm sure you all knew it would be on here. Sheer Cold.
Yes.
It's another move from Pokemon that is a one-hit KO. It was the bane of my existence in one of the gyms that used ice Pokemon, and it was like Walrein and Celios. And that's why it gets number 3, because it's still a fun move to if you can land it, but the computer would land it way off more often than I would. So yeah, my number 3, as
I
seen
like it.
here against Hariyama.
Yeah, I remember that song. It was a really good one.
Mhm.
It's toe tapping is what it is. What do we have in chat?
We have
Oh my god.
My Sharona.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sharona.
hang on. I just got
Ma, woo!
there. It is. My Sharona.
By the neck.
Then we also have Rico Suave.
Rico Suave.
He also asked, "Am I supposed to be naming the picks? Am I supposed to like the picks that I'm making?"
Oh no. Well, I mean, yeah, ideally your hit list is your 5 favorites.
Wow, because he's been posting the worst one-hit one.
We can post
Hey.
stuff, make fun of it. I'm like, that's
I'm not your dad. I'm not your dad. You want to do your list the other way? Do your list the other way. There's no rules here. As long as you're happy at the end of the day, that's what matters. Specifically you, Eric Johnson. Everyone else, please follow the rules.
Everybody's following the rules. We got Butterfly.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
There's another one of those high school jams that ended up on everybody's like sports playlist or
Come,
whatever.
my lady. Come, my lady.
Yeah.
I don't know these songs, so you guys like sing a clip of them.
Right. It's like
You
we're
know-
the CD collection, like Beautiful Whispers. Get this 12 CD set featuring songs like Come My Lady, Come My Lady. You know, remember those? Where you like
That's
memorize
what I
the whole
call
commercial,
music.
so you know the songs that are going to show. Yeah, you know the songs that
Yeah.
are going to show up in the commercial before they start showing them.
And there was always like the late night one that was Whitney Houston.
Yeah,
And it would just like it'd be the loudest, like so much louder than anything else in the commercial or on the TV.
yeah. I did my Whitney Houston car joke on here once before, didn't I?
I think you did it
I
for
did,
John
never mind.
Swayze.
Never mind. Moving along. What else we got?
And he hasn't been back since.
That's a number 2. So that's all of our number 3s.
I believe so.
Yeah, Swayze hasn't been back, but if you should tune into Bottom of the Barrel. It's a great podcast that he puts on. My number 3 is a band that is the front man is the younger brother of Rob Zombie, which is a fun fact. But it is Power Man 5000 with Worlds Collide.
Now this is what it's like when worlds collide. You ready to go? I'm ready to go.
I was listening to this today. I'm not even kidding.
It's a fucking bop. I'm telling you, my
I
whole list.
love this song.
Nothing but hits. Well, one hit for each band. But yeah, it's I love that song. It slaps. You know, I don't know what else to say. But I do know what to say next, which is Jen. What's your number 2?
My number 2, you all can laugh. It's fine. But I jammed to this song for a while, and every once in a while I will listen to it. Aqua, Barbie Girl.
Nothing to laugh at.
I keep
about
waiting
that.
for your guys' choices to have a video clip after because it's so cool when mine do it. But
Oh no!
next time.
I don't think I have a. I don't think I have a clip.
You don't even have an image for Barbie Girl?
No.
That's okay. We all know what it looks like. They're wearing plastic costumes and
And it was
songs.
fantastic, and the image would be fantastic.
Yeah, the image would be great. I'm picturing it. Ooh, ooh. Landon, what do you got for your number 2?
My number 2 is Spirit in the Sky by Norman Greenbaum.
Going up to the spirit.
The Spirit in the Sky. Yep.
Yeah.
So
Makes me think of Big Lebowski every time I hear it.
Oh, the first place I heard it was Big Lebowski. But like fucking it's one of the few it's one of those picks that really have a story behind it because Norman Greenbaum is Jewish. But he just really fucking loved gospel music. He did. And so he just wrote a whole song that was just like, yeah. I think I was
wrote a
negative
Jewish
30
gospel
years
song?
old. Yeah, he just wanted to write a gospel song or a gospel-esque song.
Yeah.
With a bit of
Cool.
with a bit of folk influence with it, and he just made this, and all credit to him. There's a meme that comes out every time around Christmas that I see making the rounds. That somebody in death metal makeup and like a Christmas hat, looking at like a Christmas card or whatever, and the caption is, "When you don't give a shit about God or Jesus, but you just fucking love Christmas songs." And that's kind of the same vibe that Norman Greenbaum has. Like, yeah, I don't care about Jesus or the Christian God, but I love gospel music. And props to him. Gospel music slaps, but
That reminds
good.
me of the Community episode where Donald Glover's character is upset because he wants to celebrate Christmas, but he's a Jehovah's Witness, and they come up with this whole rap about him being Jehovah's most secret witness, and how he's gonna go undercover under Christmas to pretend to enjoy all of the holiday while still remaining a Jehovah's Witness.
Mhm.
It's pretty funny, but yeah, same energy, I think.
Yeah.
Randy.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Landy.
Oh, I was just gonna say, there's one line in the song that goes something along the lines of, "I'm not a sinner. I've never sinned in my life. I'm a friend of Jesus." And apparently, for years and years afterwards, he would get like letters and comments from evangelical Christians being like, "That's not how Christianity works. That's not how Christianity works." And his response was always like, "What do you want from me? I'm Jewish."
Yeah. He's like, who are you to talk? Jesus was one of us. Randy, why don't you lay your hot, steamy number 2 on us?
Okay. Would you not believe your eyes if 10 million firefly? I'm kidding. It's it's Fisher.
Owl City had way more than one
Fisher.
hit.
Yeah, it's the only one I remembered, but it's Fissure from Pokemon. It's another one-hit move.
Is Fissure the name of that character at the top there?
No, that his name is Exploud because he is loud and makes explosions.
He's being loud right there. That's what he's doing.
Mhm.
Okay. I assumed he was
getting-
having diarrhea.
He's getting anal fissures. Is what's happening there.
Taco Bell.
He's like generating them, like he's giving himself
No,
anal fissures. He's like,
Wizcash.
"Ah!"
Wizcash is the one giving him.
It's his version of the like Goku power up. It's just
You
like
ever seen the
popping
TikTok
out.
of the guy? He's like,
His asshole's turning inside
like
out.
evil wizards, and he goes, "I cast testicular torsion,"
Oh God.
and that's what Wizcash is doing to him.
My little brother had that. It is not fun. I
Mhm.
mean, I didn't.
Yeah.
Thankfully, my nuts are fine. But
Someone in my
he was in
in our
terrible
football
pain.
team in high school had that, and oh god,
yeah,
it's haunted.
he like
me
went
ever
to
since.
sleep normal and woke up with testicular torsion. Like didn't
Mhm.
he's not athletic. He didn't do anything. Richard, my second youngest brother, he just
doing,
like
barrel rolls in his sleep.
went to sleep and woke up in excruciating pain and had to have
Mhm.
surgery to get his balls not wrapped around each other.
Yeah, I don't even
Right.
want to talk about. Let's
Yeah.
talk about anal fissures some more and get off this
And you're
topic.
lucky all your stuff's on the inside.
Yeah.
Whew.
Oh, you can have an ovarian torsion.
Mhm.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that to the nurse. You're right. Funny thing. My ex-wife just randomly one night, one of her fallopian tubes flipped over. And like she was in excruciating pain, and they pushed her full of morphine, and it wasn't helping because it was cutting the blood flow off, so the morphine wasn't getting to where the pain was, and so she just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse, and then they finally had to go in and remove it.
Wasn't like back in the day they thought, I think it was like hysteria was like a woman's ovaries was like, or uterus was like moving around their body. Like I think like then they would do things to like try to like get it back into place.
Like here, do some cocaine about this.
Yeah, here's some laudanum. It'll make
Yeah.
everything go backwards.
Have you tried opium?
Yeah.
What do we got in chat?
We have Return of the Mac by Mark Morrison.
Yeah. I have no idea what that song's
I
about,
would say,
but
I don't
it's
even
a
know if
fucking
I've
bop.
heard that song. That's
Yeah.
the first one I haven't recognized from the.
Yeah, that's like remix to Ignition by what's his name? The E Phebophile. What is his name, guys? R. Kelly.
Hmm?
Okay.
Yeah. Who? What?
R. Kelly. The song remix to Ignition. There's no original Ignition.
Mhm.
The song's called Remix to Ignition, but it's the original. It's not a remix of anything. Anyway, Return of the Mac. Yeah, great choice. No idea what the song is about, but I know that it makes me feel good when I hear it.
He should not be named. At least he didn't use baby oil.
What else we got, Randy?
Breathless by the Cores.
Ooh.
What's that one, Jen? Hum a few bars.
I don't know that one off the top of my head.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
What else we got?
Is
Is that all our number twos?
Oh, I almost clicked this one as a number 2, but
Wow,
it's
dude.
but it's not.
I'm reading that in the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure band name voice. Wild Uterus.
Wild
I'm
Stallions.
thinking of it like a Pokemon
That's what you're
appearing.
doing.
Jen gets me.
I get it.
All right, my number 2 is it's actually a cover of a song by was it? I'm not even gonna. No, it's is it The Cure? The original Blue Monday by The Cure? Doesn't matter. Somebody else can tell me in the chat, but this is Orgy with Blue Monday. I say it's Blue Oyster Cult, but I don't think it is. I think that's just because blue is in the name.
No, it's like an 80s band.
It is, and I want to say The Cure, but it's not because I think I'm thinking of Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
Friday, I'm in Love by The Cure, but maybe it is The Cure. I can't remember. If Randy would click the comments, I'm sure we'd see. But just that
It is
the Cars.
The Cars.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's
really?
a great but Blue Monday, that remix or that remake, that cover is a great song, and it was a great song for the time that they released it. It really fit into that new metal wave that we were all riding at the time. Jen, my good friend.
Yes.
Are you ready to give me your number one? Started too high. One. Jen, your number one, please.
All right. My number 1 is Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
Don't
what?
want none unless you got buns, hun. Do weight bends or sit-ups, but please don't lose that butt.
This is
I love
the
that
song
song.
I might know all the lyrics to.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be quizzed on it, but
Pop quiz.
Use me, because you ain't my average groupie.
but at one point I did know all the lyrics.
Call 1-800-MIX-A-LOT. Kick those nasty thoughts. Baby got back. Little in the middle, but she got much back. Landon, what do you have for your number one?
My number 1 is Video Killed the Radio Star.
Ah,
It is.
do you know the history of this?
I love this song.
I don't know all the history. I know it came out in 1979, and I know that it was relatively obscure until the music video was the very first one played on MTV. And that song basically set up the vibe for that whole decade. The entire decade of the 1980s and the ethos of MTV. I think it was Trevor Horn who said, that basically was the whole idea behind MTV, that video would be more and more important and looks would be more and more important to a musician as time went on.
Yeah, that makes sense. But like, where are we at now, do you think, on that timeline of video killing the radio star? Because, are they the Spotify star now? Do you think? Because I
Spotify
don't really
star.
watch a lot of new music
Mm-mm.
videos.
I don't either. I guess TikTok,
killed
yeah,
the
Randy.
YouTube star.
Yeah. Spotify killed the MTV star. But like MTV killed itself with all that like terrible
Pandora.
fucking
TikTok or Spotify killed Pandora.
with all of that terrible reality television that they lead really hard into for no reason.
They
Mhm.
should have just stuck with the. They should have stuck with the music, but
That was the beginning of the downfall of our country, I think, when MTV moved away from music.
I didn't mind when they had like the late night like cartoons. Like I love watching Eon Flux, and I liked watching like The Head
Daria.
and like Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, and Daria. Like I love that stuff. But then like you had all these other shows, and everyone's like, "Oh, did you watch The Real World?" And I was like, "No, what's that?" Oh, it's like this show is just garbage. I wish I would have stuck to that.
The Real World being popular was great. That's a great idea. Like throw something fun like that into your lineup of shows for the day. That's a great idea. Turn your entire fucking network into it. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not here to fix MTV though, are we? We're along to Randy now. Randy, what's your number one?
Well, I have an honorable mention.
Okay, run it.
It's I Think We're Alone Here. It's the song. It's by Tiffany, which is a
I Think
cover.
We're
I think we're alone
Tommy
now.
James. What did I say?
I think we're alone here.
Oh, sorry. I have it wrote down right. But it's a song they had in like the first episode of Umbrella Academy,
Yeah.
and I love it. So it's a cover of, or I don't know about a cover, but was originally by Tommy James and the I can't read my own handwriting.
He's gonna get it. Guys.
Stondels or Shondells.
The Shondells, yeah.
And then in my research, my vast research for this honorable mention, there's a parody of it called I Think I'm a Clone Now by Weird Al.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe the version and the one they should have used in the movie, but probably more expensive than the original. Yeah. But my real number one is Saitama. if it'll come up here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, your gifts are killing the
bandwidth.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Weird.
So fun.
More problems than my videos are.
Yeah.
So fun fact, Green Day actually did a cover of I Think We're Alone Now.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. I recommend it.
I don't know if Tiffany is a one-hit wonder. It's the only song I know by her.
Yeah. Of the Weird Al Star Wars songs and spoofs, I do think what is it?
Like a surgeon.
That's not Star Wars, Jen. Jeez.
Oh, sorry.
The one that he did like American Pie. Yes.
Oh yeah.
In a galaxy far away, Naboo was under an attack. What is that called? The story begins, or what is it? Damn it, I forget the name
I
of
would
it.
say it's I just learned about this. The saga begins.
The saga begins. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yes. But for my money, I think that's the best Weird Al Star Trek song.
Well, this one came out in 1988. So like, would it have been about Star Wars? Because he talks about being like a science. Because like I was gonna say, oh, is this another Star Wars one?
Oh, I think I'm
Yeah.
a clone now. Not
I don't think
Clone
so.
Wars reference.
I listened to it because I didn't know it existed, and it talks about being like it just being a clone in general.
I didn't know that.
But
I
there's probably-
assumed it
wouldn't
was
doubt
Star
that
Wars.
There's a reference to Star Wars.
My
in
bad.
there,
That's
but
weird
yeah.
that there's an
Yeah.
80s Weird Al song I didn't know, because I used to listen to Dr. Demento every weekend and get all of the fun spoof songs. But anyway, moving along, what do we have in chat?
In chat, we have. Make sure I didn't miss any. This is How We Do It by Montel
This is
Jordan.
how we do it. This is how we do it.
I think of Step Brothers whenever I hear that, because that's what they say right before they jump into the bunk bed and it drops onto Will Ferrell.
We have
the
a
one
late
they
number.
have like nailed together.
Yeah.
We have a late number 2, Smooth Criminal
Dale,
cover
is
by
that Power
Alien Ant
Tools?
Farm.
I said no power tools. Sorry, Smooth Criminal.
By a cover by Alien Ant Farm.
Yeah.
I've heard
That's a good
this.
one.
It's been forever since I've heard it, though.
Woo! Fantastic. Any other number ones in the chat?
We got Boys in the Hood by
'Cause the
Dynamite
boys
Hack.
in the hood are always hard. Come talking that trash and we'll pull your card. So that's the barbershop quartet version of the NWA song Boys in the Hood.
That's good. I forgot about that one.
Ice
Punk
Ice
ass
Baby.
tripping, but it's all right. Homie scored a key. He's gonna fly. Punk ass fly.
Your singing
That's a song.
fixed the little buzz in my headphones.
Mine too. Eric Johnson's number one, Ice Ice Baby. We have touched upon this. Landon. Ninja
Stealing
Rap
people's number
is the
one.
superior Vanilla Ice song, but Eric Johnson can do no wrong, just like you, Landon. And so I will acquiesce to the fact that that is the one hit that what's his name? Something Von Winkle. Anyway, Vanilla Ice had. Why are you looking at me? Is that all of our number ones?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to come at you, Randy. We just made eye contact. I was like,
Yeah.
what's happening?
I thought you were like looking for an answer to something. I was like, oh.
Nightmares and Nerdscape says, I think that was about Dolly, the clone sheep. That makes sense.
Huh.
My number one is a band that is near and dear and close to my heart. That is Chicago's own Local H and their song Bound for the Floor.
Oh, that's a
Although
good song. I remember that one.
I would also like to posit they were listed as a one-hit wonder whenever I was looking at bands. But California Song is also an incredible song by them. If you've never heard it, it's pretty great. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, Bound for the Floor, awesome song, fucking incredible. It will get you jazzed up. It is a good time, especially for a two-piece band. They fucking rock. And Nightmares and Nerdscape said, I haven't heard this in years. Yeah. But I'm imagining the Local H. I've not heard that name in years. But yes, so that is our list of our 5 favorite one-hit wonders. Next week, we are going to do our 5 favorite Image heroes. So get into, you know what? I'm not even going to explain it because I want to see what Randy comes up with. Let's do your 5 favorite Image heroes. Those in the know.
Image
Those who
comic
are not
heroes,
in the
right?
know.
Your
do
favorite
not know.
images of heroes.
Yes, 5 images of heroes. That's what I was going to get. But anyway, that does it for this week's hit list. Look, guys, we kept it under 2 hours this week. We're getting it down. We're getting it down. I must have yapped less. I didn't have crazy mouth vomit that turned into 2.5 hours worth of show.
Just
And
fishers.
I will shut up now so that I don't do that. Anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for being in the comments. Thank you for enjoying the show with us. Thank you for adding to the hit list. We enjoy you guys commenting and being able to interact with you. Please continue showing up every week and bring your friends. I promise they'll like it. Maybe not the first time, maybe not the second time, but that third time we're going to get them. Landon, Jen, and Randy, please all say goodbye to the folks.
Goodbye, everybody. Once again, as always, thank you for coming into the chat and talking with us. You are the part that actually makes this a show. And I'd like to formally welcome on Eric as our producer again. I look forward to hearing your feedback once the show is over and subsequently cleaning out my desk before the end of the day.
Oh no, that's a twist. Jen, sorry you got to follow that.
Thanks for coming. It's hard to follow Landon. He always does like the really deep stuff.
Okay,
No,
I'll
thank
get
you guys for showing up. I always have so much fun interacting with everybody in the chat, and I always love doing the top 5. I love seeing what everybody comes up with, even Randy.
Even Randy. Randy, why don't you
Randy,
say?
I can't believe we're top 5. Thanks for coming, guys.
I don't know what you're even talking about. My top 5 is exactly what I was requested of me.
Perfect. That's
Oh, honorable mention on my hit list.
Horn drill?
No,
That was one I didn't use.
God damn it. I can't remember. Never mind. Scrap it. Who cares? Randy, say bye to the folks so we can get out of here.
Bye to the folks. So
All
we
right.
can get out of here.
You guys have been great, and we've been Cutting Edge Hero.
See y'all.